Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for my first official Christmas video of 2024. Today we're going to be decorating the kitchen and I am so excited. Our kitchen is just off the dining room and the living room, so I've taken down all my fall decor. I find I get inspired just starting from scratch with a fresh, clean slate. And I did bring up all the Christmas decor that I wanted to use in the kitchen, and I am loving all the pops of red and green. I typically don't decorate with a theme when I decorate for the holidays, but I really wanted to use those traditional colors. It makes me think of my childhood and all those special and happy memories that I have. And then I wanted to bring in some warmer elements with the basket decor. I typically use some kind of basket on the island, but I thought it would be fun to switch it up, so I'm going to use this black cutting board. I love the shape and size of it. It fits perfectly on the island. And then to make it feel a little bit more festive, I'm going to go in with these gold candlesticks. I did get this gorgeous ribbon from Michael's. It's a crushed red velvet ribbon, and I instantly think it adds such a festive and pretty look to the candlesticks, and it's such an inexpensive way to make them feel a little bit more special for the holiday season. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you've started your Christmas decorating. I feel like I'm a bit behind. I had a really bad cold, but thankfully I'm on the mend and feeling so much better, and I am so excited to bring you lots of Christmas content this holiday season. The scalloped bowl is one of my favorites. I've had it for a few years now, and I believe it was from Michael's. And to it, I added this little green wreath. It feels very real and looks super real. I love it. And then I decided to add a candle. I always love lots of ambience this time of year. And then a few of these gorgeous velvet ornaments that I also purchased from Michael's. This little plate is so precious. I love the simplicity of it, but it just says Christmas, almost like a vintage Christmas. And this was from Michael's this year, and it was from the Night Before Christmas collection, which is so gorgeous. When I was looking through my Christmas bins, I did find these crushed velvet placemats that I used last year in my kitchen. I thought they were so pretty and I wanted to utilize them again this year. For me, I love to mix some of my older decor with some new pieces, and that way it stays really affordable. I was shopping at Walmart and I stopped by the Christmas section and I found these gorgeous snowflake placemats. I believe they were $2.97 each. I thought they were so stunning and I just had to pick them up. I also found these gorgeous scallop chargers at Walmart. I believe these ones were $1.97. We are very limited here in Canada with our Christmas selection at Walmart, but they did have some really pretty pieces. And once I added the chargers, I felt like they just completely covered this gold placemat. So I thought I would switch it up and add the snowflake on top of the chargers, and I feel like that looks so much better. Let me know what you think in the comments. So the plates that I am going with are the ones from Michael's. They are so simplistic and pretty. I love the tree and the wreath designs as well as the red border on the plates. And everything right now at my Michael's was buy one, get one free. So I tried to take advantage of that deal. And I absolutely love how they look on the chargers with the gold snowflake. These gold rim glasses with the snowflakes are the final touch for this space. I did purchase these at Walmart. They were so inexpensive, only a few dollars each. And I think they add such an elegant, classy feel to this area. And I cannot wait to use them all Christmas season. So moving over to my sink here, I'm going to add a new seasonal soap. I love switching out my soaps for the seasons. It always makes them feel a little bit extra special, and I love this one with a little jingle bell. I think it looks so cute. I would love to know in the comments what color scheme you guys are going for this year. I know there's so many to choose from, but I'm definitely a traditional girl at heart. I've decorated with a lot of colors over the years, silvers, blues, but I always gravitate back toward the traditional red and green. I did purchase this gorgeous Believe sign last year from Michael's. I knew it would look so pretty above my microwave and fill in some space there. And then I really wanted to add some wreaths to my cabinets. I got these ones from Winners, which is basically like HomeSense or TJ Maxx for $14.99. And then added this really pretty ribbon, which instantly makes the wreath pop and look so festive. I have gotten questions before, what do I use to hang my wreaths on the cabinets? And I always use 3M hooks. They're so easy to use and they come off super easily without damaging your cabinets. I have this gorgeous riser and I thought I would place this on top of the oven. I always love to add a few seasonal touches and I can easily move this off when I'm going to prepare something. But I'm going to start off with this pine. I think it's so pretty with the little pine cones and the pop of green. And then I found the best smelling candle, crushed candy cane. It smells just like Christmas. I think my favorite scents for Christmas have to be any kind of candy cane scent, as well as any fresh tree scent like the Fraser fir or anything like that. It just smells like Christmas. You'll have to let me know your favorites in the comments below. I had a few of these cookie cutters and I thought it would be really sweet to lay these here. It definitely gives a very nostalgic Christmas feel. And then I'm going to go in with this woven basket. I absolutely love the texture and the warmth this brings to the space. And I got this gorgeous Silent Night, Holy Night sign this year from HomeSense. It was $19.99 and I could not pass it up. It's one of my favorite hymns and I think it looks so stunning. This crushed velvet deer is another favorite of mine. I purchased this last year and it looks so regal and pretty. I especially love animals, so I think it's such a pretty touch. And then I'm going to go in with a few of my bottle brush trees. I absolutely love these. I kind of collect them from different stores throughout the year. And then to bring in a little touch of that deep green, I'm going to add one of my little decorative boxes. I do have a ton of these flameless flickering candles and I love to tuck them into my vignettes. They instantly add just such a cozy glow, especially in the evening. I wanted to utilize this gorgeous rolling pin and I thought the perfect spot would be above the microwave. It adds such a cute little touch for the Christmas season. I always love to refresh my tea towels seasonally. I feel like they get kind of grungy like I've mentioned before on my channel, so I do purchase usually a set of new tea towels each season and I absolutely love these tartan ones. I do try to use items that a lot of us have in our homes already, and most of us do have cutting boards. They're not only great to use for practical purposes, but they are also great to use in your decor. They really fill in spaces, and I wanted to make this one feel a little bit extra special, so I did tie a wreath with some ribbon on this, and it instantly feels so Christmassy and festive. I remembered I had these cute little bells, and I thought it would be super adorable to kind of drape them on the wreath and let them hang. And I love how this looks just tucked into the corner. I did decide to add this mug holder to the kitchen. I think it's so pretty. I really wanted to display this vintage Santa mug that I had, so I thought this would be so perfect. It's so adorable. And then I did add my salt and pepper shakers just because it is a kitchen and it's practical. I also purchased this mug this year and I decided to add this under my Keurig. Of course, I had to show the star, which is Holstein. He has this adorable little Christmas bandana on. I pulled out all of his Christmas toys. I'm sure you're like me and love to spoil your fur babies. It's just so hard not to. I did purchase him a few of these little milk bone snacks and they're in all the little Christmas shapes, but I thought that was so adorable. And he got his haircut a few weeks ago. He definitely is not a fan of going to the groomers, but I think he looks so adorable and it's already starting to grow back in. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you've already started shopping for your fur babies. I've gotten a few little stocking stuffers for Holstein, but I thought it would be really fun to make a hot chocolate. While I was decorating, I had on Christmas music. I can't share that because it would be copyrighted, but I always love to blast my Christmas music when I'm decorating. It makes it so much more fun. And I always love to have a hot drink, apple cider, hot chocolate, coffee, something to make it feel really festive while you're decorating the whole house. It definitely is a lot of work, but it's something that I really enjoy doing. This year, I was feeling a little bit unmotivated and not as inspired. But as soon as I put the Christmas music on and started watching the Christmas movies, it gave me so much inspiration. I have this gorgeous poinsettia. It's faux, but I love the gold foil on the bottom, and this brings such a pop of Christmas to the counter space. I did have this really pretty cookbook, and I thought it would be really fun to kind of open it up and display it with a recipe showing. I love this one because of the bright colors of the Christmas pinwheels, and thought this would be the perfect little spot to display it, and it gives a very nostalgic feel to the kitchen. I think some of my favorite Christmas memories are all the smells that come from the kitchen with Christmas baking. Going to my Oma's, she would always have something yummy in the oven and Christmas cookies baking. So I almost wanted to feel very nostalgic and remind me of those simpler times. I got this really pretty rustic wicker basket this year and I love it. I think it was only $12.99. I decided to layer in a charger just to cover my outlets there. And then this Letters to Santa was from Michael's last year. It's one of my favorite decor pieces. And I added in some greenery with pine cones and it gives it such a vintage Christmas feel. So here in Canada, we've already had our Thanksgiving and now we're into the Christmas season, but I'm curious if you live somewhere where you haven't had Thanksgiving yet. Do you keep your fall decor up or do you put your Christmas decor up when you have your Thanksgiving celebrations? I know everyone does it a little bit differently, but I always love to hear from you guys and would love it if you would leave me a comment and let me know. I decided to layer in these cute little plates to this vignette here. I had some more of my Christmas cookie cutters, so thought I would display these on the plates. These are just so cute and I plan on using them this Christmas to make some sugar cookies. I always love making those around this time of year. It brings back a lot of those really good memories like I mentioned. And then I did get this vintage looking Santa with the gingerbreads. I think this is the perfect touch for my kitchen. I felt like this side of the display needed a little pop of red, so I went in with a tea towel, and the finishing touch is this old rolling pin. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Christmas treat to bake is. I know there's so many to choose from. Sometimes I get overwhelmed seeing all the recipes, so it's nice to hear recipes that are tried and true. So definitely let me know your favorites. I then decided to go in and add some twinkle lights. I feel like twinkle lights make everything look more festive and welcoming and cozy, and they're such an inexpensive way to bring some whimsy to the space. I wanted to add something festive above the fridge, and I typically do add this gorgeous basket. I filled it with a pillow just to add some height here, and then I'm going to go in with this gorgeous scarf in that tartan print. I absolutely love this print. I think it's my favorite, and it feels so Christmassy. So I layered that in, and then I'm going to go in with this mini little wreath, and then I have a French horn. I believe it's a French horn. My dad actually got this for me from an auction, and I love it, and I think it looks so pretty on top of the fridge. I'm going to take you around now and show you how everything looks at night. I think it looks so cozy and pretty with all the lights, and I absolutely love how it all turned out. I truly hope you enjoyed watching. I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and until the next video, friends, take care and God bless.
December again, I can't believe it. Whatever happened to the rest of the year? It went by so fast, I barely did see it. Now I'm calling all angels high, if you are there, help me find the Christmas spirit again.
When everything is white, glimmering silver white, and stillness fills the night, it's Christmas, a winter.
Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for another week of Christmas decorating. Last week we decorated the kitchen for Christmas and I absolutely love how it turned out. This week we're going to be focusing on the dining room, so let's get started. Typically what I do before I start decorating is I'll go to the basement where I store all my decor and pull a lot of the decor in the colors that I want to use. So this year I'm going very traditional with a lot of reds, golds, and greens. Most of this decor I already had, but I did pick up a few new pieces and I typically do that every season. I find even a few new things really inspire me to create something different. These little houses I did pick up this year, they were from Walmart. They were only $4.98 each. And I did pick up 2 in the red and then 2 in the green. And I think they're so cute. We're going to start decorating by the hutch now. I love this area and I did move my dining room table. It was feeling a little bit cramped the way it was, and this just allows the tree to fit in this back corner perfectly. And I found this large white snowflake a few years ago and I thought it would be the perfect addition to this mirror. I love the look of swagged garland above mirrors. It looks so elegant. So I just took 2 branches that I had and used some twine in the middle to kind of keep them together. I used a 3M hook and this fits so well above the mirror and gives that feel of elegance I was going for. So last year at the end of the season, I was shopping and I found this gorgeous nativity scene on clearance for $25. It was normally $49.99 and I fell in love with it. Everything about this piece is so beautiful. I love the rattan detail, the gold. I really wanted this to be the center of attention and I think it's so perfect. Jesus is the reason for the season and I absolutely love the wood with the gold tones. I'm going to go in now with this gorgeous sparkly garland. I absolutely love this one. I got it from Michael's a few years ago. And this year I was really debating if I wanted to do flocked garland and tree or more of the natural green. And I decided to go with the natural green. I might use the flocked upstairs in my loft and bedroom. But there's something about this gorgeous green that is just so festive and traditional looking. And then I'm going to layer in some of these twinkle lights. You can get these at Michael's or Costco, and I feel like they add such a whimsy, beautiful look for the Christmas season. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you love decorating with twinkle lights as much as I do. I feel like it instantly makes the room feel magical. But I'm going to add some of these gorgeous trees now. I did purchase these last year and they're in that rich velvet red. I think they're so stunning. I'm going to layer one on either side of the nativity scene. And I feel like this added the pop of red the space really did need. And then to bring in a little bit of balance with the white, I do have these gorgeous sparkly trees and I'm going to add these on either side also. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you've been watching any Christmas movies. I've already watched Home Alone. But moving on, I do have these gorgeous berry wreaths. I got these at Michael's this year. It was buy one, get one free. And I decided to add each one to these candles and it adds a perfect little pop of Christmas cheer. I was out shopping this weekend and it felt like the malls were already busier. They had Christmas music on and all the Christmas decor was coming out, so I'm getting so excited. Little Holstein had to come by and get some belly rubs as I was looking to decorate the basket by the hutch. He's definitely a little suck. He loves his attention, and I think he's so used to being spoiled. He just kind of expects it all the time, but of course I had to stop and give him some belly rubs. He is just the sweetest. I love adding warm baskets throughout my home. I tuck slippers in there and blankets. It's kind of a cozy little spot to hide things. And then I do have this gorgeous pillow that says hope with the gold embossing on it. So I did add that to the basket as well. And I think this little area turned out so cute. These lanterns are some of my favorites. I got them at Cozines, which is a local nursery, and I love to add them to my decor whenever I can. They flicker and they just look so gorgeous, especially in the evening. I did buy this gorgeous tree topper this year for $12.99 and it matched my bow necklace. I thought that was so cute, so I had to show you guys. But it did take a minute for me to get this on top of the tree. I always find sometimes these tree toppers tricky, but I thought it was so stunning and added so much elegance to this gorgeous tree. I have these gorgeous gold garlands that I'm going to add to the tree. I have 2 of them. I think they're so stunning. I do like to keep my trees more minimal, probably because the older I've gotten, the less work I want to do, but I really also like to see the natural look of the tree come through, as well as the ambience of the lights. And I think just by adding this gold garland, it instantly adds some elegance. I did purchase these red velvet ornaments last year from Michaels. I did see them again this year and I got them in the larger as well as the smaller size. Usually I just add them directly onto the tree and I think they hang really pretty this way. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you love to fill your tree and make it feel really full, or if you like to keep it a little bit more minimalistic like me. I would love to know in the comments. One of my favorite finds this year was this gorgeous tinsel. It was from Michaels. It was only $3.99 a pack and they had it in gold, silver, champagne, rose gold. I think this is so elegant and it completely reminds me of childhood. I knew that I wanted to add it to this tree and I wanted it to look very delicate, so I just took a few strands and I placed it all around the tree. I absolutely love how this looks on the tree. It was exactly what I was envisioning and it reminds me of my childhood Christmases. I know you do have to be careful if you have pets, but Holstein doesn't fuss with the tree at all. And I definitely feel like it adds such a whimsical, magical touch to this Christmas tree. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you used to decorate with tinsel or you still do. It's definitely so nostalgic, but we're going to move over to the dining room table now. I have this gorgeous table runner in this really rich red velvet. I did purchase this last year from HomeSense and I'm really excited that I can use it again this year. I have this really gorgeous wreath with the berries and the pine cones. I love how natural looking it is, so I'm going to add that to the center of my table. I did purchase 3 of these gold bottle brush trees this year. They were less than $10 each, and I think they're so elegant. I didn't have a garland in this more natural looking green color, but I did have some stems, so I'm just going to make a DIY garland, and I think this turned out so pretty. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I like to keep my greenery consistent throughout my home. I don't like to mix flocked and then this dark green. I like to keep it really consistent, so this year, because I am using more of this darker green, I thought I would use some picks, and I think it turned out so pretty. These are the other 2 bottle brush trees I got. They're a little bit smaller than the one I used in the center of the table, but I love how they fill out the table. And then I did, of course, have to add some candles. It really brings the ambiance to this table setting, and I love how these gold candlesticks look with the flickering candles. I wanted to bring a little bit more sparkle to the table, so I decided to add some twinkle lights in also. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I love to just turn all my lights off in the evening and just have the glow of my candles and tree and twinkle lights. It feels so special and magical this time of year. So the more twinkle lights and candles that I have, the better. And here in Ontario, we did turn our clocks behind an hour. So it's definitely getting darker a lot earlier, probably around 5:30 now. So it's so nice to come home and just have your twinkle lights and tree on. It feels so cozy. So I was thinking of stopping here and not adding any other decor, but then I figured it's Christmas, I want to go over the top, so I added these gorgeous chargers. I actually got these from Dollar Tree. They were so inexpensive, but I love the snowflake detail on them. They instantly add so much glamour. And then these plates I did purchase this year from Walmart. They were also really inexpensive, and I love that snowflake pattern on them so much. When I seen these little houses at Walmart, I knew that I wanted to place them on my table setting. They definitely add a special little feel to each of the place settings, and I love the pop of color against the white and the gold chargers. It's so festive. The finishing touch to my tablescape is these really pretty napkins with these gold napkin holders. I think they're so pretty and elegant, and we don't sit at this table a lot. If we did every night, this probably wouldn't be practical, but because we don't, I always have a lot of fun creating really pretty tablescapes. I think this tablescape is probably one of my favorites I've ever done. It's really simple but super pretty, and it really gets me in the Christmas spirit. In the back corner, you can see I have a cute little table there, and I always love to add some kind of decor around this table. I have this Merry Christmas sign that I did purchase last year. It goes with my color scheme perfectly, and then this gorgeous black vase. And to bring a little bit of sparkle and twinkle to this back corner, I'm going to add these gorgeous lighted stems that I did purchase from Michael's. I would have liked to add maybe some greenery stems. I didn't have any, so I thought these gorgeous cranberry stems would be perfect. I love the pop of color, and maybe the green would have been too dark with all the black. So I think the red does look perfect, and the finishing little touch is these gorgeous gold bells. This little area turned out so cute, and I love the addition of the lighted branches. I think they add so much to this space, and this whole room turned out so pretty. I absolutely love it. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm going to show you some clips of how it looks with all the lights off, as that's when it really feels magical. I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit off. I'm still not 100% when I had that cold, but I feel so much better and I'm definitely on the mend. But I just wanted to thank you all so much for stopping by, and I'm going to share all the night shots now, and I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. So until the next video, friends, take care and God bless.
When everything is white, glimmering silver white, and stillness fills the night, it's Christmas, a winter wonderland, a snowball in each hand. Take me away, Christmas Day. family near. We give thanks for this past year. Oh, nothing compares to the love that we share. Oh, what a bliss.
Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for another Christmas decorating video, and today we're going to be decorating the living room. I am so excited to make this feel really cozy and magical for the Christmas season. I've cleared everything out except the lamps and the pieces I really wanted to use for my Christmas decorating, so let's get started. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you would have seen this lamp post on past Christmas videos from previous years, but I absolutely love it. My dad actually purchased this for me from Costco probably 3 or 4 years ago now, and it's one of my favorite pieces. I love the height and the look of it. I think it's actually meant to be an outdoor decoration, but here in Canada, it's just the weather is so harsh, it would get destroyed. So I love having this in the living room, and I think it adds such a cozy feel. And then to layer on a little bit of color, I'm going to add this really pretty pine wreath with the pine cones on it. I love the pop of color that adds, as well as this gorgeous red bow. I feel like I'm so behind in my Christmas decorating this year. I haven't been as motivated as previous years, but it always feels so amazing once it's all done and you can sit back and enjoy it with your cozy Christmas movies and board games, whatever you like to do. So sometimes I feel like just starting off with one small space or one small bin of decor can really inspire you to decorate the rest of your house. So that's my suggestion. If you are lacking some motivation, just start with one small area, and it really does motivate you to get the rest of the house decorated. I absolutely love how that garland looks above this mirror, and I did want to add in a few snowflakes. If you watched my dining room decorate with me video, I used a big snowflake on the mirror in there, so I'm kind of mimicking that in here with some smaller ones, and I think this looks so perfect and will carry well into the winter season as well. I really didn't want to spend a lot of money this year on Christmas decor because I have so much, but I found this really gorgeous print at Marshall's, I believe, or HomeSense. It was $24.99, and I thought it was so pretty and elegant with the gold and the black, so I wanted to use that on the mantle. And then I had these really cute reindeer. I purchased these from Michael's a few years ago. I love the plaid design on them, as well as the little pine cone tail. I think they're so darling. And then I had these red velvet trees. I wanted a pop of red on the mantle, and I thought these would be perfect. I felt like the mantle was missing a little bit of warmth and height, so I did decide to add these gorgeous candlesticks. I got the candles off of Amazon. They're the flameless flickering ones, and then these gorgeous candlesticks I got from HomeSense. I absolutely love gold, especially around the Christmas season, and I think these candlesticks tie in so well to the gold around the picture. I was really debating this year on how I wanted to lay the garland on the fireplace, if I wanted it to be more on the top or draping off the front. And I really wanted to be able to see the trees and that picture I added on the top of the mantle. So I thought I would drape it like this, and I love how it looks. I did want to add some twinkle lights. I feel like that instantly makes it feel extra special. And in the evenings, it's so pretty just to have all your lights on and your lamps. I absolutely love that. I really wanted to keep my decor a little bit simpler this year. Sometimes I know it can get a little overwhelming for me personally when I have too much out. So I thought this year I would focus more on creating lots of cozy spaces with lights on the mantle and the bookshelves and try to keep a lot of the room really open and clutter free. I want to do some hosting and just really enjoy my space. So I didn't add any large trees into the main living room. I do have one in my dining room and I'm going to add some smaller ones. But I really want to simplify my look this year. You guys will have to let me know how you're feeling, if you're going all out or keeping it a little bit simpler also. I was looking all through my bins and trying to find decor that I could reuse in different ways, and I remember that I had these gorgeous golden beads. I got these from Walmart a few years ago when I decided to add these to my full Christmas tree, but this year I thought it would be so pretty to drape these beads on my mantle just to kind of give a layered effect. I think it's so elegant and simplistic, and I really only needed one long strand of beads to do this. And what I like to do is just drape it, stand back, look at it, because I do like it to look symmetrical. But I think this adds such a gorgeous, classy feel, and it was such an inexpensive way to do that. Once I had the beads draped just 3 times across the garland, I decided that it would be really pretty maybe to go in and layer them again. I did have a lot of beads left. This string is so long. I could have cut it, but I thought it would be really pretty to go in and layer them again. And I absolutely love how this turned out. I think it's so elegant and beautiful, and for only a couple of dollars, it added such a gorgeous effect to the mantle. Let me know in the comments if you have a mantle you like to decorate and if you've ever used these gorgeous beads. They have them in silver and champagne, rose gold. I've seen them in all different colors, but I absolutely love them. And then I found this gorgeous bow from Michael's this year. I think it's so stunning. I love the color and the shape. And I know bows are really trendy this year, but I've always loved them. And I placed this at the center of the mantle, and I think it looks so pretty. I'm so in love with it. I absolutely love how the mantle came together. It's so simple but very elegant and classy in my opinion. You guys will have to let me know what you think and if there's anything you would change or add. But now I'm going to move on to the bookshelves. I thought it would be really pretty to kind of mimic extending the garland across the bookshelves. So I took one large garland I had and cut it in half and then placed each half on a bookshelf. And then I'm going to go in and add some more of these twinkling lights. I did purchase these ones from Costco, but you can find them at Michael's also. I would love to know in the comments how your Christmas decorating is coming along, if you're still waiting for after Thanksgiving for all my American friends, or if you've started. I know everyone has their own special traditions and customs in their family, and I really feel like you should decorate with whatever brings you joy and happiness. That's what the holidays are all about. So let me know in the comments if you're all done or if you're in the middle of decorating. Because I did have so much of this golded beaded garland, I decided to add some to the bookshelves also. I just cut one of the large ones into 4 pieces. I didn't need that long of a piece for the bookshelves. And then I just mimicked what I did on the mantle, and I think it looks so pretty. When I was out shopping this past weekend, I found these gorgeous bows. I definitely could make my own bows, but they wouldn't look as pretty as these store-bought ones. I think they're so elegant and they were fairly inexpensive, and the pop of red adds such a gorgeous festive feel. We're going to move on to decorating the bookshelves now. I'm going to start with this really pretty velvet tree, and then I had these tree candles with the sparkles. I noticed I had a lot of tree decor when I was going through my bins, but I love the look of them. And then I found these really pretty bells in my stash. I used these last year. One's marble and one's this little gold bell. I thought those looked so pretty on the shelves displayed. And then for a little contrast, I'm going to go in with this black book I had thrifted, as well as this gorgeous gold pine cone. Keeping with the gold bow theme, I'm adding this really pretty picture frame. I added a picture of me and my husband and Holstein at Christmas. I believe that was last year. I really wanted to add some more personal, homey touches this year, and I think pictures are such a fun way to do that. And then I had this gorgeous little light up house. I wanted to definitely add more light up elements. Also, this lantern is perfect. It has some twinkle lights and pine cones, and I love the ambience it brings. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you've done any Christmas activities yet. On the weekend, I did a few, which was so fun. I went to something called St. Jacob's Sparkles, which is basically like an open house or a festive night where all the stores had Christmas music on, and there was horse-drawn carriage rides. And then I also went to the Dublin Mercantile's Christmas open house on Sunday. So lots of fun activities to really get me in the Christmas spirit. So definitely let me know if you've done any fun events and what they are. Starting to decorate my other bookshelf, I am keeping a lot of the things similar, but I do have a few pieces that are different, like this gorgeous bell. It looks very vintage, and I especially love the side with the rocking horse. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for more books to add to my bookshelves. I'll have to keep an eye out when I'm thrifting, and I absolutely love this picture of my mom. I've really been missing her, and I feel like around the holidays it's extra hard. Just all those special times when you want to spend it with the people you love most, and when you've lost someone that you really love and miss, it can be so hard. And grief definitely does come in waves. I know for myself, some days I feel completely fine, and then other days I'm just so sad and heartbroken. And it can be really hard to navigate and feel motivated when you're feeling so sad. I know that I went to my mom's grave and brought a gorgeous flower arrangement for Christmas, and I feel like that sometimes is really hard for me. I don't get a lot of comfort from going to the cemetery. It's just a hard time. So I just want you to know, if you're experiencing the loss of a loved one, that you're not alone, and it's completely normal to feel the way you're feeling. I absolutely love how the mantle and the bookshelves came out. I think they're so pretty. I definitely might tweak them a bit more. Sometimes I'll decorate and then add a few touches. But moving on to the ottoman, I really didn't want to add any kind of centerpiece or display here. I wanted to keep it really simple with a blanket. I think we're going to play a lot of board games down here in front of the fire, so it just makes it a little bit easier. I am going to decorate this little table here, and I decided to add this gorgeous vase with some greenery. You can see my little helper here, Holstein. I decided to use these two gorgeous coasters that I got from Walmart. I love these. The pop of red is so perfect. And then I had this really pretty candle. It's a Fraser fir. It says Believe, and it's by Sand and Fog. I absolutely love this brand, and I decided to add some cute little matches that I got this year from the Dublin Mercantile. I always have to add pillows on the couch. I think they're so gorgeous, and Holstein loves to sit on them. I really wanted to buy some cute new ones this year, but I knew that I shouldn't. I have so many, and these ones are still in perfect condition. I absolutely love the pops of red and green, but this year especially, there were so many pillows at Marshall's and HomeSense that I absolutely loved, especially the more vintage looking ones. You guys will have to let me know if you buy new pillows or just pillow covers, and if you got any this year. Of course, little Holstein had to make himself comfy right after I put the pillows out. I think he was waiting for me to add these, and I think it was so adorable. After just a few minutes, he was sound asleep. He was so comfy and warm on the pillows, and I thought it was just so adorable. Moving over to the second half of my sectional, I'm just going to layer in again the red and green pillows. I really want to replace this sectional and ottoman with 2 couches. I'm going to see what we have for Black Friday deals and see if there's anything I really like, but I just feel like the sectional is so big and boxy. I want something a little bit more simpler and smaller. So if you have any recommendations, leave them in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. I have so many decor pieces when I used to decorate my 3-tier trays. I was thinking of decorating one this year because I think they're so fun to decorate. I did bring a few of those little decor pieces on that table, but I absolutely love how this room came together. Like I said, I did not add a big tree in this space. I have the lamppost and then my smaller trees by the fireplace, and I love how open and big the room feels, but you still have the touches of Christmas. I definitely feel like you don't have to have a huge tree to bring in those Christmas feels. Lots of blankets and candles and greenery can really help achieve that cozy Christmas feel. I think my favorite area is how the mantle turned out. I love the addition of that Merry Christmas sign as well as the big red bow. It just makes me smile every time I see it, and it's just been so cozy in the evenings having the fireplace going and all the twinkle lights. I'm going to show some clips of how everything looks in the evening with all the lights off, and I feel like it truly is so magical around that time. I want to take the time to thank you for stopping by and spending some time with us. I truly am so grateful to be able to spend this time with all of you and chat in the comment section. It really means so much, and I just love you all so much and appreciate your support. So friends, until the next video, take care and God bless. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for another Christmas decorating video, and today we're going to be decorating the front porch for Christmas. I am so excited to decorate the space. I did pull out a tote that I had in the garage of some Christmas items I want to use, and then I have some fresh greenery. I love pine, especially this time of year, so I'm so excited to use that. And then I do have my little helper Holstein here. It's a really cold day. It's super windy, so he has his little jacket on. He's not going to stay out for long, but he always loves being outside where all the action is. I typically start decorating my porch after Remembrance Day, so I feel like I'm really behind this year. It's almost the end of November, but we're going to get started. I have this gorgeous gold hanger. I did purchase this from Michael's this year. I love that it's adjustable. And then I found this gorgeous monogrammed magnetic template, I guess, that you can add to your wreath hangers. And I think that is such a fun way just to make it a little bit more special. It was only $4.99, and I love how that looks. And then my dad was so kind, and he was thrifting, and he found this gorgeous wreath for $13.49 at the thrift store. I love it. It's huge and it does look really realistic. So I am so excited to use this on the front door this year. I completely forgot I even had this wreath. I was looking through the garage and my totes and kind of what I all had for Christmas, and then I remembered that I had this. So I'm super happy. I love how big it is, and you cannot beat the price. It's in perfect condition. I was thinking I might get a real wreath for the door, but all the ones that I seen looked kind of brittle and dry, so I don't think they would last the whole winter season. So I'm super thankful to have this, and I'm just going to spend a moment just fluffing it and making it look even fuller. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you use fresh greenery for your outside decor or if you use faux. I did purchase this gorgeous garland rope from a local nursery. I think it was $24.99, which I thought was a great price. I believe it's 25 feet. So I just have little nails that I use to attach this to, and I kind of keep them up all year round. I was struggling though when I came to this side. It was just not staying put. And where I live, it is really windy, so I thought I would go in with some of this floral wire. I just purchased this at Michael's, and I decided that would be a quick and easy way to attach it to the nail. I pulled out my lights from last year and I was hoping that they would work. I feel like so many years I go to use my lights and they don't work. They only last a season, so I was super happy that these still worked, and I knew I wanted to string these around the garland. So what I did again is I just used my floral wire and attached the lights, and I'm hoping this keeps everything put for the whole winter season. I typically keep my lights up probably till the end of January, and it gets so windy where I live, so I'm hoping everything stays put because I love how this looks at night all lit up. Typically we do put lights on the whole house, but this year, since we are so late kind of starting our outdoor stuff, I thought I would just decorate the front porch and these lights would be enough along with the tree that I'm going to add. I absolutely love how these look though. They add such a warm, cozy feel, and I always get the warm white lights. I really don't like the look of the LED lights. They almost have a blue tinge, but here I am plugging in my Christmas tree, and I was so happy that all the lights worked on this as well. And what I do is when the season's over, I just put the whole tree in my garage and put a tarp over it, and that way I kind of just keep everything as is. I just have to pull it out and do a little bit of fluffing, and it makes it so easy. I purchased this tree off Marketplace for only $40. I knew that it was going to be outside, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it, and it's held up so well. I just added weights to the bottom, and that will keep it in place because I've learned over the years it gets so windy and it will tip over. But I'm going to go in with this gorgeous sleigh. This was also a gift from my dad, and I love it. I think it adds such a vintage feel to the porch. I thought this bag almost looked like Santa's toy bag, so I thought I would add it to the sleigh and just tuck it in there. I think it adds such a pretty feel. And then I have this wreath. I wanted to incorporate this somehow in the sleigh, and I thought maybe if I attached it on the side. So I'm just going to use a clip that you can use to hang your lights on your eaves troughs, and this worked so well and held everything in place. I felt like this area needed a pop of red to make it feel a little bit more Christmassy, so I did add this cozy blanket. And then I have all these lights here. I thought I would just string them along the sleigh and into the wreath. I know it'll look so pretty when people drive by and the whole porch is lit up. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love going for car rides and just looking at everyone's beautiful lights on their houses and listening to Christmas music with a hot chocolate. It's one of my favorite things to do, and we typically go out a few times a week, maybe for half an hour, and look at all the lights, and it brings me so much joy. So let me know in the comments if you do that as well. It is such a chilly day today. The wind is so cold. I kept having to go inside to warm up my hands because it was so frigid and I'm not quite used to it yet. Typically, that's why I like to decorate the beginning of November to avoid the extreme cold, but I made it work and I'm loving how the porch is coming together. I did buy this gorgeous mat this year. I love the simplicity of it, that it just says Merry Christmas. And I do like to update my mats. Usually every year they get kind of grubby from all the slush and the salt from this time of year. So I always like to treat myself, and it was $19.99, I believe, from Marshall's. So I'm going to place that on the porch, and I love how it instantly makes it feel a little more festive. I did purchase these fresh urn inserts this year. They were $40 each, which is still a bit pricey, but a lot of them were closer to $80, so I thought these ones were a good deal. and I knew that I could fill them out if I wanted to. I have a bin of some pine cones and greenery, just extra things in case I need to add anything here. But I'm going to add these to my plant stands here, and I love how the pop of green looks with the red. I think it's so pretty. And I did purchase some extra pine greenery that I knew I wanted to use to kind of fill them out, and these were $10 each. I wish I lived on a property that had lots of trees where you could get clippings from, but I do live in a newer subdivision, so there's really no trees to get clippings from, so I do have to buy them. But it is nice to support local businesses, and I'm just going in and adding some more pine just to build them up and make them feel a little bit fuller and lusher. And I almost wish I had have gotten a few more greenery stems, so I might add to them as the season goes, but for now I think it looks so pretty. I wanted to add a little bit of height, so I thought these branches would be so pretty. I bought these from the nursery. I used them last year and then saved them again for this year. But I love how these look. They're just so unique and pretty, and I always would see these gorgeous displays at businesses, and they always had these branches in them, so I think they add such a pretty touch. I wanted to add a few more pine cones in here. I pretty much got the same arrangement last year, and I got these from Zehrs, which is a local grocery store. So I did end up adding a few more of these pine cones, and I love how they look. I'm just going to mimic what I did on the other side on this planter. I would love to know if you guys have ever made your own planters from scratch, or if you like to buy them from the nursery and then fill them in if you need to. There's just so many things you can do. I've never actually used faux greenery in these urns here. I've always used real greenery, and I just love it. These typically last all winter long. I might just pull out the red berries, but I'll keep the snowy pine cones, and I feel like they do last pretty much until March, so I feel like $40 and a little bit extra for the greenery and stems isn't too bad. I know that my American friends have Thanksgiving coming up this week, so I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments if you're hosting or if you're going out or just having a quiet, cozy day in. I would love to know, and I truly hope you all have a great day. We already had our Thanksgiving here in Canada in October, so I'm excited to see all the pictures and the food and hear what you guys are up to. It was getting so dark. I always forget about the time change, and I think it was around 4:30 or 4:45, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's getting dark so fast, so early now. But let me know if the time change has affected you. At 5 o'clock, sometimes it feels like it should be 9 o'clock. I'm still not used to it yet. It's really throwing me off, but I'm going to add some of these gorgeous red picks to my wreath. I thought that I was going to like this. I knew that I wanted to add some kind of red in here just because it was so dark with all the greenery. So I started adding these, and as I was adding them, I wasn't loving it, but I was trying to think what else I could add to kind of make it feel a little bit more festive and bring some color in. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I do have an idea in my head and I start to do it and I'm really not loving it. So that's how I was feeling when I was doing this wreath. So I decided after playing with this for a while that this wasn't going to work. I wasn't liking it. And I decided that I was going to use some Christmas balls instead. I did purchase these ornaments from Cosigns. They were normally $19.99. I got them for 50% off and added some hooks and added them all to the wreath. I really didn't want to spend a lot of money because things typically don't hold up for more than one season here. But I love the pop of red. It was just what this wreath needed, and it looks so pretty. I forgot that I had purchased these ornaments from Michael's this year. I think they were $5.99 each, which I think is a great price for the size that they are. Again, I didn't want to spend a lot, but I thought these would make such a pretty impact. They almost have a nice sheen to them, and they are such a big size for the price. So I did decide to add these. I only got 3 because the whole back of the tree you really can't see. but I absolutely love how these look. As you guys can see, it's pretty much pitch dark now. It just happened so fast. But I knew I wanted to add something to the other side of the porch, the right-hand side. So I had this adorable little red wagon. It totally reminds me of Christmas. So I decided to add that to the porch, and I'm just going to drape this garland on the side to bring a little bit of light over here. I felt like this area needed something else, and I know I've used this tree here before. So it's this little birch tree. I love it. The lights are a little bit whiter than the rest of my lights, which I don't love, but I think it's so pretty. And this area needed a little bit of height just because the other side does have the Christmas tree. So I just spread all the branches. I wasn't sure initially if I was going to put it on top of the wagon or beside it. You'll have to let me know what you prefer. I thought ultimately that I would just put it beside the wagon. I'm going to have to add a weight to it. I just like how it looked a little bit better there, but let me know what you think in the comments. So on this night, we were making meatballs, mashed potatoes, corn, and a salad. I definitely was craving all the cozy comfort food after being outside in the cold all day. Let me know in the comments what your favorite comfort food is. I love how this area turned out. I think it's just so pretty and it looks so magical. So friends, until the next video, take care and God bless. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here today. As you can see from this little clip, winter has arrived here in Ontario. We got quite a bit of snow on the weekend, but it's definitely put me in the Christmas spirit. And the last room I have to decorate on my main level is my entryway. So I've pulled a lot of the decor I plan on using. Again, I was really gravitating towards the reds, the greens, and the golds. And I did pick up this really cute vintage looking picture this year from HomeSense. It was only $7.99, and these little birds are another favorite of mine, so I cannot wait to use all this when I decorate the front entryway. So let's get started. I've already added these gorgeous pencil trees to the entryway. I purchased these from Michael's many years ago. I think they still have them. I did have to end up replacing the lights on them because they burnt out, so I did get ones from Walmart. But I am so excited to decorate these. And then in our entryway, we do have this little space where I have a bench here, and I always love to add some cozy blankets and pillows and make it really welcoming for guests. And then we also have a mini powder room here, as well as this 3-tier stand. So I cannot wait to decorate this area, and we're gonna get started right on the console area. I picked up this garland from Michael's a few years ago. I love it. It's very delicate. It has berries, pine cones, and cinnamon sticks on it. And I thought this would be really pretty just to add above my mirror here, just for a little bit of texture and height. Sometimes I like to layer signs on top of here, but I really wanted the trees to be the main focal point, but I felt like the mirror did need a touch of some color, so I thought this little garland would be perfect. I can't believe we're already in December. I feel like November flew by and December is probably going to fly by just as fast. I'm really trying to savor all the special moments that Christmas brings and the fun activities. So let me know in the comments if you have anything you're really looking forward to this month besides, of course, Christmas. On my mirror here, you can see I added a hook. I just got that from the dollar store, and I'm going to add this gorgeous wreath. I purchased this beautiful picture probably a few years ago now. I love the gold as well as the wood frame. I think it's so beautiful. I decided to add that to my console table kind of as the main focus. And then I'm going to go in with this gorgeous bowl. I love the trees on the outside. It's very simple and elegant. And then I decided to go in with this little mini wreath. I actually got this one from Dollarama. It was only a few dollars. And then I'm going to layer in some of these gorgeous ornaments. I think this bowl turned out so pretty just with the addition of the ornaments. Moving on to these deer, I did buy them last year. I love them. I think they're so elegant, and I thought the entryway would be the perfect space for them. To break up some of the gold, I did decide to add these books. I thrifted them for only 50 cents each, and I love how they look just underneath the lamp. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did switch out my lampshades on these lamps. Typically, I have almost like a farmhouse lampshade, but I love these ones. I got them for only $11 each in the summer, and they almost give a bit of a retro vibe, but I think they're so pretty. And then I'm going to go in with some of these birch logs. I love adding more rustic elements to my decor, and I think this area turned out so pretty. It's so simplistic, but I love it so much, and the gold accents just really say Christmas. I had to stop and give my little helper some attention. He's so sweet, and he's always so close when I'm decorating or doing anything really in the house. But we're going to decorate the bottom of the console table now. I always have these baskets down here, and I love having them because they hide all the wires from my lamps and now my Christmas trees as well. But I'm going to layer in this gorgeous red blanket with these Christmas trees on it. I think it's so perfect, and I love how it just drapes from the basket. To balance out the other basket, I have this Happiest Season of All pillow. I got this from Michael's a few years ago, and I thought this would be the perfect addition for this basket. And I love how this looks just with the pops of red and the trees. I think it's so pretty. I really love to decorate my front entryway, and you guys will have to tell me if you're the same or not, but I feel like it's a space that all your guests see when they first arrive to your home, or if someone's stopping by to drop something off. So I always love to make this space feel really magical and pretty. But I did purchase these bows at a local nursery. I love how they have the hook on the top, so I could just easily add them as my tree toppers. They were only $5.99 each, and I think they look so gorgeous and really tie in with my bow decor this year. I decided that I wanted to layer in some ribbon to these two trees, so I did go to Michael's. I had buy one, get 3 free, I believe, which is such a great deal. So I ended up only using 2 rolls for both trees, which is amazing. There was quite a lot on these rolls, and I do always get the wired ribbon. I find it's just a lot easier to work with. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of cascading the ribbon down the tree and alternating between the gold and the red. And I think this gives a very simplistic, pretty feel. And it's something that anyone could do. I'm definitely not a ribbon master, but I think the combination of the red and gold is so gorgeous. And this layering technique is so easy and adds such an elegant feel. I don't know why, but lately I've just been really loving the simplicity of seeing a lot of the tree. I think it's because I love the green as well as the lights. So I really want to be able to see that. I know in years past I would pack my tree full of ornaments and decor, and I still think that looks so beautiful. When people do that, it's so stunning. But for me, I just really love seeing a lot of the tree. So adding in just some simple touches of ribbon is such an easy way to dress up your tree, but also keep it very simple. I'm really hoping that I can do some Christmas baking soon. I've been seeing a lot of people doing that, and I love Christmas cookies. They're so nostalgic. I remember growing up and my Oma would always make them, and when I would go to her house, it would smell so amazing and homey. So I really hope that I can get to that soon, but let me know in the comments if you've done any Christmas baking and what you've made. But this area is looking so gorgeous. I added the ribbon to the other tree, and now we're going to add some of this buffalo snow to the bases of the trees, and this is going to look so gorgeous. I have to admit, I didn't really want to spend the money on tree skirts. A lot of them are really expensive. I'm always surprised at how much they are, even with a discount like at Michael's. And then sometimes I'll use scarves or blankets, but I didn't have 2 that were the exact same. So I was trying to think what I could use, and then I thought of this buffalo snow. I picked this up from Michael's. It's super inexpensive, and I love how this looks. It looks so magical and pretty, just like snow accumulated on the bottom of your tree. So I love this. Let me know if you've ever used this on the bottom of your trees, but I think it looks so pretty. I always want to stay and enjoy a room right after I've decorated it. It looks so pretty, and I love just being able to enjoy all the hard work after you've completed an area. But we're going to move on to the rest of the room. Over here, I do have the powder room, and I always love to add a wreath or a basket to this door. I feel like it's so stark and white that I need something to kind of warm it up. So I'm going to go in with this gorgeous wreath hanger and then this beautiful wreath that was my mom's. This is one of my favorite pictures. It's Santa, and then I love the little mouse in his pocket. It almost has a nostalgic vintage feel, which I absolutely love. And then I'm going to go in with this little pine cone garland. I thought it would be really pretty just to layer this around the top of this 3-tier stand. I really do believe that layering adds such a visual interest when you do decorate, and even something as subtle as this garland, which almost does blend into the stand, adds a little bit of texture and warmth and dimension. So sometimes it's just those little touches that can really please the eye and make the whole vignette look so beautiful. I went down to my decor stash and I found this greenery with magnolia leaves. I think that's what it's called, in this really pretty pot, and I thought this would be the perfect spot for it. I felt like it was really dark, so I wanted to add some light and ambiance, so I'm going to go in with these lighted sticks, and I did purchase these from Michael's. I absolutely love them and use them in a lot of vases throughout my house. They instantly make things feel so gorgeous. And then to bring a little bit of color, I'm going to add these berries. I really wanted to add more books into my decor because I feel like they add such a homey, comforting touch. So I added another one of my thrifted books. And then I had this really pretty brass bell. I love the rope detail on it. It really does warm up the space. And I love the look of the brass and the golds at Christmas. And to complete this look, I'm going to add this cute little December 25th sign. Moving on to our second tier, I have this gorgeous berry wreath. I believe this was from Michael's, and I love that pop of red, and I thought this would be the perfect spot to add those 2 snowy birds. On my final tier here, I'm going to add this little riser, and then of course my vintage print here. I wanted to keep this level really simple because I'm going to add some decor beside it here. So I just tucked in this lonely little piece of berry that fell off one of my berry twigs. I don't know if you guys are like that too. I utilize it somewhere else. And then I'm going to add my hunter boots and add these gorgeous greenery and berry stems. And I love how this just fills in the space a little bit. To balance the hunter boots being on the other side, I'm going to add this little sleigh. It says joy on it. And then I had these really pretty faux birch sticks. They sparkle. I don't know if that's picking it up as well, but I love this. This area turned out so cozy and pretty, and it makes my heart so happy every time I walk by here. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you've started your decor now that Thanksgiving's over, or if you're waiting a little bit longer. Maybe if you have a real tree, you can't quite put it up yet, but let me know in the comments where you're at, and if you're all done, maybe now you can sit back and relax and enjoy all your beautiful work. Moving over to our last space, it's this little bench area, and I did want to keep it pretty simple here because a lot of people, when they come over, they'll sit here to put their boots on. But I have this really pretty wreath. Holstein was investigating it. I used this on my porch outside last year, I believe, but I decided to put it on this gorgeous wooden arch here, and I love the pop of red against the wood frame. This picture is so pretty. It reminds me of one of the trails that I walk in town. You're in a forest and there's benches in it. It feels so magical and pretty. So I love that print. I'm gonna layer on a cozy blanket now on this bench. Can you see Holstein? As soon as I placed it, he was trying to jump up here. I thought that was so cute when I was watching this footage back. I didn't realize it at the time, but I thought that was so adorable. He immediately wanted to get up here and get comfy. The last addition is this really pretty red pillow. I love the pop of color. It's so simplistic, but so pretty and cozy. And my little helper, I think, is pretty happy with it. I really love how the space turned out. I think it's my favorite entryway I've ever done. And I really think it has to do with adding these gorgeous pencil trees. They're so perfect for smaller spaces, but they add such an impact with the gorgeous lights and just make it feel so Christmassy and cozy. So I'm so in love with those, and I wanted to show you guys Holstein's little stocking. I thought it was so cute. I picked that up this year, so I had to show you. But until the next video, friends, take care and God bless.